You had to blank the screen to despawn the tourists. You couldn't just let them stick around. Keep that price in mind. $172. I probably already misremembered. He's got a PKM. Nothing that'll do. See if that helps. The time where I want to stop, but
Слушаю тебя.
not necessarily want to stop. It's the time where I more or less have to stop. Don't have to either. I could keep going to like 6 in the morning if I really wanted to. But that would make things rather difficult for employment the following day. Well, it certainly would be a long day if I stayed up till 6. Alright, yeah, that caffeine pill is really doing a whole lot for me. Getting like the world's slowest stamina regen. While walking, we're barely over encumbered. What the fuck? Of course there's a goddamn thing there. Impact. Because it makes you dizzy. Whoa! So that negates its entire advantage that it would otherwise have during a combat scenario. Does this mod do away with the electrodes in the tunnel? It'd actually be a bit convenient if that were the case. It probably is not. And it doesn't matter anyway, because all these mutant parts, I'm over encumbered again. Not enough to give me an icon or any sort of indicator outside of the inventory screen, of course. Basic tools? No! Dunk in a mine. Okay, yeah, no electrodes. You fucking kidding me? That didn't even touch me! The map even calls it the Electro-Tunnel Anomaly. And what do we have? This stupid grass.
That's gonna be sore tomorrow.
That did not touch me either. What is this hitbox? Where's my last save? I am plenty willing to save scum this bullshit. I simply can't abide by inaccurate hitboxes. I can visibly see where the actual model is. If it's hurting me when I'm not touching that model, that's wrong. Get some good water. Just have to make another pit stop along the way, and I'm thirsty now. How convenient. I pick up water and suddenly I'm thirsty. I wouldn't put it past this misery-style mechanic type experience to have a little bit of code in there. Oh, you found a food item. You found a water item. Well, we're gonna make you need to use it right away. Get conspiratorial up in here. A lot of this ammo I don't need, but I want to stash. Good stash around here. But I want to stash it in my base stash. Maybe I'll stash it at the Hunters, though. Because that's a sort of a midway point. Maybe I'll stash it at the duty base. Rather, what's meant to be the duty checkpoint, but nobody actually goes there.
Решил улучшить что?
That's an okay amount of money. Side protection. I will take this. That is rather useful. Durability. And sorry, everything else there that looked very useful. I liked my suit. You see, actually reading things helps, because I didn't do that earlier. And then it's like, oh, there aren't any, And then somebody's probably like, what the fuck? There are durability upgrades! Yeah!
Кушай, лимончик, падла.
What the fuck? What are you doing?
Пацаны...
What's that grenade? What the fucking deed, bandit buddy? What was that? Get your ass over here. I need to trade. I need to sell this shit. He just blew himself up. Why are bandits here anyway? Loners. Oh, he won't even buy... Oh, that's right, I said it so that there would be something reasonable for a limit. Unnecessary use of money, honestly. Does this shotgun really need to be more accurate? Do I need to put any money into a shotgun? No, not really. Not really. Maybe I will go all the way back to the duty base before ending. To the bar, that is. Because I need to turn in those bandit patches and get money from that. And I can use that to prep for the proper adventure, in which I go to Dark Valley to do that. Get some stashes, apparently, too. And I'll need to go into Yantar for that. And some stashes. Or maybe I'll just do it this way. Like, honestly. I need to get to bed, and I have allowed myself to use fast travel to locales when safe to do so. So I'll just fucking do that. Being a scumbag might be rewarding, but shut up. That is not worth it. That's so little money. $53.50 for 14. No, I guess it is worth it because it's more than you get for just doing this. Yep, Sidorovich lied. People died. You get way more money for the pseudodactyl here. Oh wow, that's right there. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna take some shortcuts. I need to wrap this up pretty quick. Oh wait, there's a mission right here. Let's do that. These are not what I'm supposed to be hunting, but... They got a death wish, I'm willing to grant it. I finished the reload, but the numbers didn't change, so it didn't actually happen. These are what I'm supposed to be hunting. Of course, they're all running away. Nothing, of course. Ran this way, and luckily it's so close. That was not all of them. Can't it at least show where the enemies actually are?
Here's some lead for you to recycle.
I thought I was using the old ones. Shit. Well, I just used up all my good ammo for this. Wonderful. Damn flesh. Yeah. Seriously, could you not just put the marker where the target actually is? Vanilla Games had no problem doing that. While I'm I'm all the way out here. May as well go for the stash. Maybe that's the flesh over there, getting shot. Nothing useful. Wonderful. Come on, I decided on doing this because it was supposed to be nice and quick. It's right next to where I was. Now I can't finish it because the flesh ran off. Duty. Too busy fighting freedom over ideological bullshit to fight some bandits. Dying to a bandit. Stamina so I can move again. So this guy here, out in the open, so obviously I'm gonna take my time to loot him while in the line of fire. So that is smart. And now the bandit's gone. Got him. Not what I said to do. Followed where the flesh ran. It's not there. I don't know how I'm expected to complete these little hunt missions if the targets aren't where they say they're supposed to be. They don't stick around anywhere, and it doesn't show you where they are. Every part of this is just malfunctioning. Something said that it saw me as I walked out here. There's not a damn thing here. There. There's another one over there. Damn it. So this wouldn't even be the last one. Need to free up some space.
Here's some lead for you to recycle.
Yep, definitely was not the last one. It's tedious. There's probably the last one. Finally. Really? That over-encumbers me. Flesh meat. This is also not the ammunition that I said to use. It's probably helped with not wearing down the weapon so much, but... Still, when I say to do something, I mean, do what I say. Damn it. Make sure not to accidentally impact that in any manner. It is half decent money, especially when you clump up a lot. But I think, yeah, I think I'm not gonna hang on to this too much longer. I'll make my way to getting a higher capacity backpack and prioritizing things other than hunting. What kind of incursion we got going on here? I was gonna, like, non-verbally wrap this up and get going, but nothing's happening. Okay, that was quite a bit of bleeding. I probably should have been a bit faster than stemming that. Alright, motherfucker. That is my loot. He nearly killed me, not you. I choose what happens. You better stop shooting at me. Ow. Woo! Actually do have... Yeah, that's right, I do have some... That's not what I meant to do. Oh, fuck. To just unload, so that's probably gone forever. Ugh. Nope, it's still there. Unload. So I can let this get completely demolished. Ugh. Heal. I'm right. Let's take the long way to the bar. Do I keep the scar, or do I sell it, disassemble it, nuke it, and just buy a new one later? Same thing with this Glock. I think I'll get rid of the Glock. Not like Glocks are inherently bad, but if I switch over to a 9x19 pistol, I'd rather be something a little less generic. Also, once again, not the ammunition I had loaded in the pistol. I'm getting impatient. I need to go to bed. I need this to not take forever. Teleport within the level. Just... Come to think of it, it's about 24 hours after I started the previous session. Interesting coincidences. There have been a lot of those this week. I would call them synchronicities. I'd say they're about the same thing. Suppose the difference between the two terms would be one is incidental, the other is intentional. But in the latter case, it may not be a human being or living being with the intent. Let's see, tonight I should be a bit more alert, awake. Maybe 3 or 4 hours ago, I took 200 milligrams of caffeine from the brand Jet Alert. And I just took some garbage that I bought to fill out a online order. You know, the usual, the thing where you just throw some garbage into an order so you get something out of it instead of paying the same amount of money for shipping. XP Sports gummies. I looked over the package multiple times. They don't have caffeine, so I'm not double dosing on that, which would be quite bad. But I get to see if they actually do anything, or if I spend $10 on the jars themselves. They're huge, but each jar is only like 20 servings. Because they give you these gummies, and they're big gummies, but you have to have 4 of them to get the full serving. It's stupid. Does this go to Truck Cemetery?
Shut up, moron.
No. That joke will get old so fast. Oh wait, that's right. This is some stupid thing where you have to unlock certain level changers, even though this is literally a road right here. I don't see how I would need to unlock this straight path right in front of me that has no anomalies blocking me. That's not what I'm doing. Doing this one first. Ooty! Dude here got killed by dogs. What a pathetic joke that was. I continue to be given reasons to mock duty in this playthrough. Of course, no level of alertness and buffs in the world can help make up for the sudden decision of this world that I need to start having issues with mucus the second I sit down to do something. Had no problems until just now. Of course, I have. Hopefully that actually goes through the noise reduction, but I have mucus relief pills. Mucinex, but generic brand. That I never remember to take. You know, I drank that fancy sparkling water at the end of the previous session. Be like, whoa, I'm drinking the fancy stuff. It didn't do anything. Well, no, it did something. Sometimes it feels like I go on autopilot while speaking and just finish off a sentence with some pre-canned phase. And I hate it especially because it bothers me when other people seem to do it. State-enforced hypocrisy. Well, that failure of a dude here gives me a little bit of money.
Как жизнь?
I do mean it. Actually, do you have any missions this time? A full day passed in the real world, but here it's like I never left. So they're all in the same missions. This might be a short session as well. I've already hit a point where I don't have much to say.
Хаюшки!
Maybe I'll get something more when I actually get to doing stuff. Probably went a little overboard. But whatever. Loner patches, I probably should just sell at a trader. I don't believe there are any factions that I'm currently allied with or willing to work with that would buy them. Forgot to sell that. I am not going back for that this soon, though. Right, the audio. Headphone volume knob got bumped at some point. It's way louder than expected. So, the itinerary for today. I had one of those. I forgot I had that mission. I don't think it even gave me a notification, or I picked it up and accepted it from him after I had already sold them. That might be it. It's been a day, and I already forgot. Also, because it's been a day, I've been doing other things, including employment. So, it's not a priority to keep in mind. Why is this entire empty walk where nothing exists added back in here when they cut out... They didn't add it back in for the other exit to army warehouses and its reciprocal transition. Hey, look, this is shit. All this does is give you extra walking time where nothing happens and reveal flaws in the map. Not that I necessarily need it, but might end up doing a little crossfading here. Get my dip packets out. This matters, right? The large part of the reason that I just didn't do Let's Plays for years, and even now I'm only doing them quite rarely. Although the release schedule of a lot of them, Skyrim and the probably never to be completed Borderlands 1. Huh, that's cool. No, the release schedule for those made it seem like I was doing it constantly because I scheduled them in such a way, and honestly, a lot of them I just didn't release for months. But don't have things to say. Maybe eventually, at some particular point, I can hit the point where I come back, or come up with something, or get into the groove. Somehow I didn't get any radiation. It also seems like when I do the crutch drinking to get shit running a bit better on the old LP talking pipes, I get a lot less of that. You gotta be fucking kidding.
That's sore tomorrow.
What are you supposed to do with this? You know, it doesn't even matter that I couldn't jump there while aimed down the sights, because it doesn't work.
That's
yeah, see?
Sore tomorrow.
I'm safely up there in the air. There's no way that hit me. Why is there a pseudo-giant in the Dark Valley, a starter area? Or maybe intermediate. It's definitely not a late game area. Why is this here? And why is it right next to the entrance? Dark shells. I suppose it's kind of running away now, so I could just leave it alone. Fuck you. Really? Who's shooting me? It's a pseudo-giant. See, if I can actually get through this alive, win the fight. I don't know if I can even harvest one of these, but it'll be cool. It'll be a cool thing. Piss off, man. Why are you not using the slug shells that I said to use? Why are you shooting me? There's a pseudo-giant here. So I get thrown out of the way so I can't even get a good look at the fight. Wonderful. If we just worked together, we both could have survived. So the serene sunrise, as the shadows cast their way across the rocks.
That's gonna be sore tomorrow.
Maybe this will work. Or maybe I'll throw all of them, and they'll just conveniently explode when the pseudo-giant's away from them. That is not... Come on, throw it further.
That's gonna be sore tomorrow.
On top of a rock. You cannot hit me through there. Oh, that's the news that you report? A guy shooting at a pseudo-dog? Not me, locked in an epic battle to the death of a pseudo-giant?
Feels so good.
Oh, I am really unhappy with that douchebag. Yeah. Throw that at me this early? Motherfucker. I can even loot it. Oh, are we telling stories for the shut the fuck up, Roma douchebag. I need to fix this before my armor gets completely trashed. Unreal. You're a fucking bitch. Who are you? Where are you?
See you in
Fuck
hell.
you and die. Oh. My alter ego and myself just fucking spoke over each other. Huh? Oh, here we go. You're reporting the exploits of some douchebag bandit, but not me. I'm the hero. You should be reporting on my exploits. I just took down a pseudo-giant. My helmet! I brought this along. Now I can't even repair it. These are all heavy. I'll leave them here. Yes, I used a few medkits. I must be really thirsty. Like, wiping up blood. Wiping up, mopping up, you know, they're the same thing. So why not try saying both words at the same time? I don't need a dupe. Unless that's a better scope. Oh, scopes can have condition now, huh? Bothering to carry this in case I find a new headset. Piece of headgear. Headset. Yeah, sure. In case I find a new voice over IP fucking solution. You know what? Use it. That's the only thing I can use it on. This is not going to be worth it. I was going to get more money for selling that ramrod than I would for repairing that part. One medkit with 2 uses. That's all I've got for healing. God damn it. Well, no, that's not true. I do have a tetanus vaccine for very slow and precarious healing. And of course, I have saved multiple times, so my fate is sealed. Still, I'm not entirely displeased. I was able to take down the pseudo-giant after all, with a still fairly early game loadout. It just took all of my grenades. I even bested the military that tried to ruin my day, because clearly shooting me is more important than shooting the pseudo-giant. Really? That had better have been incidental. It must have been, because I don't see any way that I could have possibly been shot at by anybody here.